I'm out here throwing a drop shot. That was my first one, by the way. I'm doing my part in social distancing, and I mean literally my part. I'm the only one at the lake. I didn't see anybody else out here. I don't think there's anybody else out here, and I'll explain that as we go along. There was some stuff that happened this week, and I don't think people have caught on to some of the changes that took place out here. But that was my first one. I started in an area earlier, no bites at all. Moved over here and pitched this over by these rocks and got a bite right away. So hopefully there's some more. What happened out here is that they had closed the lake because of this virus earlier in the week, and fortunately they reopened it. They have some restrictions and limitations, which is wise, but there's nothing wrong with fishing, folks. I'm out here on a lake that's about 15 miles long. Nobody's around. Just trying to do what I enjoy doing. There we go. There we go. Come on, you're a bigger one. Drag. There's a nice one. Right there. Got a nice one here. Nice big chunky spotted bass. Beautiful bass. Show you what I caught him on here. Fishing around some rocks over here, so I set up a Texas rig Senko. I got it on 15-pound test fluorocarbon line and a 3/0 extra wide gap hook. This is an excellent bait when fishing rocky areas, brush and grass, and he thumped it really good and was able to get the hook set on him there. I feel you. You're a strong one too. Oh, you're a big one. Come here. Come here. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Woo! That's a big in there. Oh, God. Oh, check that one out. There you go. 4-pounder. 4-pound spotted bass. Man, that is a beast right there. For this lake, man, that's a nice bass. This thing is long. I want to take it home and cuddle with it, but it can't live out of the water. All right, you. Yeah, you're a spawner. Going back. Woo! I tell you what, throwing that Texas rig worm in those rocks, is fantastic. Man, what a nice fight. So I want to go over my setup with this Texas rig. Of course, I haven't even taken this thing off yet, but I will. This is a brand new rod. I got it in the other day. It's I have two of these now. It's a 6'8" Okuma EVX, medium heavy. I love them for my worm rods. I use them for jigs. I use them for chatterbaits, spinner baits, a number of top water's real good, and you use them for jerk baits too. I've got a 7.5-to-1 loose speed spool. I like a high gear ratio for this kind of fishing. 15-pound test fluorocarbon. This is Seagar and Vizix. I'm using an 1/8 ounce tungsten weight, a 3/0 Gamakatsu extra wide gap hook. This one's called the Deep Throat, and I'm using a green pumpkin, green and purple flake Yamamoto Senko. And when I'm fishing this time of year out at this lake, I'm not looking for the numbers of little ones. You can come out of a lake like this and you can find a hot spot, catch 20, 30 of them, even more. What I'm looking for out here are those 2, 3, and 4 pounders. And that's what I've caught so far today, 2, 3, and 4 pounds. So I'm fishing an area where there's a lot of rock. I caught a spawner over here a few days ago when I was here. And 4-pound bass don't come easy out at this lake. So it was nice to get one on this Senko. Let's see if I can get another one. Got him. I didn't even have to set the hook on that if he did it himself. Another chunky one, but not as big as the other ones, but he's still a pretty chunky bass. Yeah. Right in those rocks. He took that on the drop. I didn't even know he was on there. Oh, gone. Right on the side of that dock. Another good one. Oh yeah, another good one. Come on over here. Come on. Get on up here. Get on up in the boat. Come here. Woo. Another good bass. Another good bass on that Texas rig Senko. I've caught 6 so far, and only one of them was really small. I encourage you, we're in some pretty tough times right now, and I'm not taking this lightly. Finally, I am somewhere where I haven't washed my hands 20 or 25 times. My hands are so dry from washing them. I get it. But you know, there's things we can do to stay safe. How much more safe can I be? Out here on a beautiful lake, pretty much by myself. But you could put 100 boats on this lake and more, and you'd be completely separated. I want to thank Nacimiento for doing this. They fought back on this to allow people to come in here and fish. I just want to thank them for it. Another one hit it on the drop. As soon as he hit the bottom, I felt him tug. There's a little guy here. That's all right. He's a bass. See, as soon as this worm hit the bottom, tunk, that's when it's fun. They had closed the lake here, so I'd set up for another lake down the road. I set it for largemouth. It's a largemouth lake. They closed theirs. I thought, wow, you know, what am I going to do? And then this lake reopened under some guidelines, some good guidelines. And but anyway, I had this set up for the largemouth lake because one of my favorite ways to catch largemouth bass is with a Texas rig Senko. It just works really good with them. Well, it works really good with the spotted bass too. The only difference that I do, I use the same outfit, same line. This may not make a difference, but it does in my mind. When I'm fishing for a largemouth, I use a 4/0 extra wide gap hook. When I'm fishing for these spots, I use a 3/0. Their mouths are just a little bit smaller. It may not make a difference, but in my mind it does. Hey everybody, it's Dalton. I'm out here getting ready to wrap it up. Had a good day. Got a lot of bites. Caught them on a drop shot. Just dropping it straight down to them. When it got real calm out here and slow, I got some on a Ned rig. But the bait of the day is right here. 5-inch Texas rigged Yamamoto Senko. Caught some big bass on this today. A lot of good bites. Lost some too. That's kind of Texas rigging. You're gonna lose some as well. But this was the bait today. Hey, thanks for joining in, everybody. Thank you, Nacimiento, this lake right here, for standing up and letting us come out here and fish. Really appreciate it. Y'all have a great day and stay safe.